Welcome back, Party People, episode 65 of Where My Killer Tape At. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Me and the homie Zmo, Divine Power, are going to review Avengers Endgame. We're going to have mad spoilers in it. So stay tuned. Check it out.
Yo, I like how that Sister Nancy dub, how that bass line, how it starts. Yo, how does it go?
Yeah, it says
Peace, ladies and gentlemen. This is DanTresOmi of Where My Tape At. We're going to do a spoiler-filled review of Avengers Endgame. So if you have not seen it, please stop right now and wait till after you see it. So we're going to give you all kinds of spoilers. Of course, I had to bring the homie Zmo the Divine back. How you doing, sir?
Yo, peace, lords and ladies, gods and earths. It's all good.
Definitely. How you doing, brother?
Yo, I'm maintaining, man. Like I say, geared up, getting ready to take a trip back home to the 757, man. But had to stop in to where my killer tape at. You know what I mean? See what it do.
No doubt. Real quick, are you gonna go to Free Comic Book Day tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit a few stores. Like on in Newport News. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll be on that side. I might cross the bridge, go to Norfolk or something. But I know there's like at least three stores that I'm gonna hit while I'm back home.
Cool.
So yeah, for sure. Yo, it's May the 4th be with you and Free Comic Book Day. So yeah, we doing it big tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I got my Wakanda Wu-Tang shirt too, so I'm gonna definitely represent. So how many times did you see the movie Avengers Endgame?
I've seen it twice so far. We got tickets to go see it tomorrow morning as well. So like before we even start Free Comic Book Day, we're just gonna go boom. Yo, it's like we got like tickets to like the 8 a.m. or the 9 a.m. show.
Wow.
Just gonna go get it, knock it out the way. Boom, and then go get some free books, and hopefully, most stores got books on sale and discounted too. So I'm gonna try to get some trades and some issues that I'm missing to some series. So yeah, man,
that's usually what I do. I usually pick up old stuff that I don't have because everything's on discount.
But yeah, I've seen it twice so far.
Good. I only seen it once. I haven't been able to get back out there. My week has been busy, but I'm gonna see it again this weekend, and probably watch it one more time after that. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely worth. Definitely got replay value.
Yes. So the first question we're gonna ask is, what are the things that you expected to happen in Avengers Endgame and did they come true?
So, I listened to the first podcast we did when Infinity War came out, and I remember we were discussing things that we thought were going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I don't like to pat myself on the back or say I told you so, but if you go back and listen to what I said, but I think it's season 2, episode 15 of Where My Killer Tape At. I said I think they're going to do something that involves time travel. I don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to work, but they're going to do something that has to involve time travel, and we might revisit other movies. We might go back to the first movie, and I was talking about the first Avengers movie, and that's exactly what happened. So I ain't gonna fake, bro. I hit the nail on the head with that joint right there.
You might know. I remember, and I'm gonna put that episode in the show notes. I remember vividly. Matter of fact, because I had made a couple of bets. Matter of fact, when I saw it, I thought of you. I was like, "Yo, he said this was gonna go through all the movies." So yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was just guessing. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, I have no inside league. So like, this was just all off of what I saw on the screen and basically how I know movies go. You know what I mean? And I was just thinking like, well, if it was me, what would I do? Or if I could do, not say do anything, but if I had access to any method to try to make this work, in that type of universe, time travel. Time travel is usually something I don't like to see in movies because it usually fucks it up unless it's Back to the Future. Time travel in a lot of my favorite movies has kind of messed it up. But they did a spot on job with this one, man. I really had no idea how they were gonna do it, but they pulled it off. I didn't think they'd have to retrieve. I think when we were discussing earlier, we thought they would have to retrieve a stone to time travel, but in this case, they time traveled to retrieve all the stones.
And I think a lot of people were predicting that. A lot of people were predicting that they were going to use a time stone to go back, and I was like, "How are they going to do that?" But yep. So
yeah, man. Time travel saves the day, makes the world go round.
Anything else you expected to happen that happened?
No, that was pretty much my only thought in regards to what could potentially be, the big paradigm shift and to make things go in the good guy's way. Other than that, I really saw no other option for them. Because what Doctor Strange said, 14 billion, 600 million, 500,000. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the exact number is. I think that's it. But only one way this works.
He said 14 million. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
But the thing that I predicted was that final act, the big battle scene.
Mm-hmm.
I did predict a giant battle that was going to bring everybody in the MCU. I kept saying Act 3 was going to be a big final battle. That's really the only thing that I saw coming that actually happened. Everything else for me was unexpected. So
the way the film started was very unexpected. How they find Thanos on another planet and Thor just hacks his head off. I'm like, okay, roll credits. We're good.
So let's slide into that then. Let's slide into what do we think? What happened that we did not expect that came from left field? And I agree when they killed him, when they killed Thanos, like the first 12 minutes of the movie, I was like, hold up, like what the fuck? Like what is going on? Like that was completely totally unexpected. Where the main villain is killed within the first 14 minutes of the movie. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, it was totally unexpected. It caught me off guard. I kind of thought of it like, if this was like Star Wars and, Return of the Jedi, Luke shows up and, boom, Vader's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, what do we do for the rest of the movie? But I think they handled it well. Like, they jumped forward like 5 years later, like how they're dealing with it. And pretty much...
You know what? I take that back. I did remember them. I do remember saying, I've been telling a lot of people that they were going to go 5 years into the future. I did say that. I did say, because everybody kept saying time travel. I said, no, it's going to take place 5 years in the future. Because there was a poster in one of the promos, the original promos, that said, what are we going to do while they're gone? Something to that effect. And I was like, there's several years that's happened after the events of the snap. So I knew it because it was like they already made posters. It's kind of like this idea of moving on. So I knew it was going to take at least 5 years in the future. Like, what's happened after the snap,
Yeah, I didn't anticipate that at all. I just anticipated that somehow, some way, like I said, I was hoping maybe something would happen akin to the book, how Nebula gets the gauntlet in the book.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to happen.
Like what they did with her was totally unexpected with me. But I do like what they did with her though.
Same here.
She was still an important character. She played an important role, and I think they did it right. I know a lot of people, a lot of people just overlook her and didn't really think her as important. I'm like, yo, she is a child of Thanos. I know they renamed the Black Order the Children of Thanos, but no, this is his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who else to be the one to, for lack of a better term, stick it to him than when his own child?
Because she would know him better than
right.
Gamora's probably the one that knows him better than her, but no one else knows her as good as she does.
Exactly.
So I did appreciate how they utilized her in the movie. What else did happen that you didn't expect?
Like I said, nothing really comes to mind except those things that I mentioned. Hacking off Thanos' head like the first 20 minutes of the movie. I didn't expect. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect the time travel to take as long. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, okay.
As long as it did in the movie, and like I said, I anticipated something else with Nebula. I expected her to actually get the gauntlet.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. But everything worked out for the good, the greater good, though.
Yeah, I thought that's how it was gonna work. I thought she was gonna get, just like in the comic, I thought she was gonna get the gauntlet. But I didn't expect Tony to die. I thought that Captain America was gonna get it.
Yeah, I kind of expected Cap to go.
I really thought Captain America was gonna get it.
No, but once it was Tony Stark's idea, I kind of knew like, once he like figured out the whole time travel thing, and it was kind of his plan to do it. How in the beginning he didn't want to do it. But once he figured out that he wanted to do it, I was like, okay, yeah, he potentially might have to go. You know what I mean? He potentially might have to go.
During the movie, I thought I like how he acted in the first act of the movie. And I know he has a huge ego. Was that?
You talking about Tony?
Tony Stark, yeah.
Tony Stark, yeah.
I know he has a huge ego, so he blamed everything on Cap. When meanwhile everybody was fighting Thanos. It wasn't like nobody was fighting Thanos.
I think they did that on purpose. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
mean it
mean?
was a plot. It was definitely
Yeah.
a plot device. Like I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
He had to quit. He had to quote unquote quit.
Yeah, you
So
figure he was floating out in space
I
for
don't have any issue with it. I just thought that 21 days. Yeah.
he was floating out in space for what seemed like forever to him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. True.
yeah, man. He
But
still did, and he didn't know how it was gonna end. He had no
true.
clue. He didn't know Captain Marvel was
No,
gonna
no.
show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you're right. No, again, I didn't have an issue with it. I just didn't. The reason why I thought Cap would do it was because of that scene.
Right. I got you.
But then that scene was a throwback to Avengers 1. When he told Tony Stark, like, you're not, you're when it comes down the line, you're not gonna go the extra effort to save your boy.
Right.
So that was a throwback. But another thing I didn't expect was I didn't expect I forgot what I was gonna say. What was something I didn't expect? I didn't expect Howard Stark to show up. I didn't expect like all the little things that happened. Like I didn't expect
the stuff that happened.
My boy Robert Redford, he showed up. Like I didn't expect all these people to show up and play an instrumental part in how it all went down.
Yeah, during the time travel scenes. No, I got
Yes.
you. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really enjoy how they did it, though. I really do. Like I said, I'm just taken aback as to how well it was executed.
It was executed very well. I mean, the Russo brothers did well. The screenwriter, amazing. I think everybody held it down as in their lane. I thought it was just dope. So then what are the things that what are the top 3 things that you really enjoyed about the movie? Like it could be a scene, it could be a plot, whatever. Like
okay, I will say we've already addressed it. I really enjoy how the time travel was executed. That's for starters, for sure. Because like I said, most movies they just prime example of how time travel can fuck up your movie franchise is the Terminator franchise.
Oh, exactly. And you know what? I thought about that. I thought about that as I watched it. I was like, I hope they don't do a Terminator shit on this, like, because that's right. That's something that'll fuck up a franchise.
Yeah. So they executed that very well. I think they did a good job of really. I know we saw Thanos as the villain in Infinity War, but I think he was just, for lack of a better term, he just stepped it up just an extra notch. And I think he's in that top tier of cinematic villains now. When you combine these two movies, like he's up there with like Darth Vader. When people think like biggest movie villains,
yes,
I think this performance propelled him to like up there on that list. There's no way you're just ever gonna name movie villains and Thanos is not on that list.
I like how you got 2 different Thanoses.
Yeah,
like, you had the one, you had the one from Infinity War, and then this one is totally like different. Yep.
Because he's like, out of all my years of doing this, like, it was always just business, but I'm gonna enjoy this shit. I'm gonna enjoy fucking y'all up. You know what I mean? I was like, whoo, that's so cold. That's so cold.
And then like he rethought his plan. He was like, you know what? I see that the 50% thing ain't work, so I'm just gonna reshape the universe the way and start it all over. And I was just like, wow, y'all definitely got to take him out the box now.
For real. And number 3 was, as Peter Parker says, Doctor Strange started doing the yellow sparkly things. And everybody just came through. Son, I'm gonna tell you right now. I usually don't do this because I know it's little kids around, probably in the theater. But I couldn't hold it, man. I literally in the middle of that theater, I yelled, "This is fucking happening!" I could the inner geek in me, the rebellious, disobedient, disrespectful little kid in me just couldn't hold that in. Because you gotta realize, like, when I think of like comics like Secret Wars or like more recently Civil War, and you see these big 2-page spreads of these epic battles of these armies clashing. It's just a still shot, a still picture.
Yeah. When you're watching the comic book, yes.
But to see it in motion, like, dude, like my eyes were everywhere. I didn't know what to look at. I literally didn't know what the hell to look at. It was so much going on that screen. That's if anything, that's a reason to go see that movie again.
Yes,
like
that's
for,
the Act 3. I agree.
yeah,
I agree. And when T'Challa walked through the portal, I was like, oh, it's fucking on. I was like,
yeah,
it's fucking on. Like when he walked through there, like, yo, you alright? You good? You good? And
right.
it was like, bruh,
He
it's
didn't
a
he
wrap.
didn't come
It
through
is dope.
charging. He walked.
Yeah,
He walked.
he walked in like, yo, you good, Cap? Yo, you good? And it was just like, yeah, it was like, for me, it was, I really enjoyed like the Act 3, of course, number one, but the time travel stuff, I really enjoyed it because it was like a trip down memory lane.
Right.
You got to meet characters that you saw before. It gave you more insight as to like like for example like Thor, the second Thor movie, Dark World. It gave you more insight into what was going on there.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool because it makes you go back and look at those movies differently.
For sure. For sure.
And the thing is, anything could have happened in that throughout the movie, but they just executed it well. The second thing is, if whether you an MCU fan or a Marvel Comics fan, there's a lot of nods to both fans. There's a lot. I think that's dope. I think that is like when Cap is in the elevator, he goes, "Hail Hydra."
Secret
I was
Empire.
like, wow, I did not see that coming.
Yo, I was thinking about last year's. Was it last year's Secret Empire or was it the year before? I don't know, man.
It was last year's, but the Hail Hydra thing happened the year. The Hail Hydra thing happened in 2017.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah,
and
I feel you.
Secret Empire last year, and a lot of people were not happy. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah, for sure.
So those nods here and there. I really liked how they showed what happened 5 years after. They showed Captain America in the support group. They showed like Scarlet, a Black Widow.
Them being human.
She had what she was doing, what Captain Marvel was doing, War Machine. I thought that was really, really dope because it shows you they usually don't show that, even in the comics, they don't really show those kind of things. So I thought that was really cool. And they showed everybody's morale was low and everybody was still going through it 5 years after the fact. So I thought that was dope. And really, the first 15 minutes of the movie was a roller coaster of emotions. First you see Hawkeye's family get snapped away, and then you know what Thanos is. Let's pull up, and then it's just like, even it's funny because as the Avengers are in the room with Thanos, they didn't really. You could tell that they didn't have a plan. Right? You could tell that they wasn't like, yo, when we get there, we gonna do this. When we get there, it's just like we gonna find them and go from here. And it just went left, and then Thor just like chopped his head off, just went, and you just like, wow, that was crazy. So those are my three highlights, that I really was impressed about.
I got a bonus one. I'm surprised you didn't bring it up because I know Cap is your guy. Mm-hmm. Captain America wielding Mjolnir. Come on, bro.
Oh my God, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot that because that's all I've been talking about. Come on,
son. Come on.
And actually, if you look at it, a lot of it comes from the frames of what's that artist's name? Andrea Sorrentino. It comes from his Andrea Sorrentino Secret Empire free comic book issue number 1.
Oh no, there's issue 0. Issue 0.
Issue 0.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. I was like, yo, that's what that reminded me of. But when he had that Mjolnir and he was going in, I was like, yes, Cap was going in.
Yeah, bro, I was super hyped. I was like, yeah. Oh,
he was going in.
Yeah. Also,
I was like, yeah.
Also, there was a cool nod too, towards the end. Another part that I really enjoyed. I noticed it a lot the second time I watched it. So when Captain Marvel is taking it to Thanos, and then he takes the Power Stone and just smacks the shit out of her. She goes flying off the screen. Tony Stark looks at Doctor Strange. He's holding back that big wave of water, and Doctor Strange holds up his finger with the 1, letting him know, yo, this is that 1. If you really paid attention, yo, this is that out of that 14 billion or whatever, this is the 1. And you see the look on Tony's face.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, I got it. He's like, okay, yeah, it's me. I got to make this happen. He realizes it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because, and that's why Dr. Strange said earlier, if I tell you,
Yep.
it's probably not gonna happen. Here's my question. This is why I gotta watch it again. When the Avengers used the Infinity Gauntlet the second time, they weren't trying to kill Thanos. They were trying to send him and everybody back. Am I right?
Oh wow.
And the thing is, I can't remember. Somebody said we have to send them back.
Oh, so when the Hulk had it?
Not when the Hulk had it. When Tony had it. When after he snapped it and they got attacked, because when the Hulk snapped it, he brought everybody back. That was snapped away in Avengers Infinity War.
Right. Correct.
When Thanos attacked and they had the Infinity Gauntlet, I can't remember, but somebody said we have to send him back. So when they snapped it the second time, Tony Stark, he didn't kill Thanos in them. He sent them back to 2013 or 2014 or whatever.
So they're saying he's not essentially gone.
No, here's why. Here's why I say that. Because if you kill him, right, and his minions, right, then the snap never happened. You create a different timeline. And then everybody that was in 2023, everything in 2023 should have disappeared and went back to how it would have been if the snap never happened in the first place.
Oh shit.
So my man was like, no, that's not what they said. And I said, no, I can't remember who said it. I can't remember if it was Tony Stark or the Hulk. They said, yo, we got to send them back, meaning back to 2014.
Man, I'll probably be able to answer that better when I call you tomorrow.
So because if you kill him, then number one, the Guardians of the Galaxy will never meet up.
Right.
Oh, all those different things that happen. That's just one example. All those different things that happen wouldn't have happened. So what would have happened is everybody would have just, things would have went back, but it would have went back to what would have happened if you never snapped it in the first place.
Right.
So I was saying that somebody told, because everybody's saying, oh, that's whack. If they killed him, then all those things wouldn't have happened. I said they didn't kill him. They sent everybody. They sent everybody that pulled up with him. They sent them back.
That's not a bad theory.
They sent them back to 20. Because if you send them back to 2014, then the snap happens from Infinity War, and then the events that happen in Endgame happen again, and we continue forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you kill him, then shit. Yeah. So much does not happen.
So much does not happen. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Damn. I didn't even think about it like that. I'm gonna be honest. I was just so happy to see that motherfucker gone at the end, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, because I told you, bro. Like, at that moment, I was just like, yo, I was really, I turned into that little kid again, where I'm just, you're always rooting for the good guys, man. You want things to go their way, and it was a little bittersweet because I was telling other people, because you like me, you like the Black Order, you know what I mean? And like, so I'm excited when I see everybody on screen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so to see them go away too, it was just like, it was a little bittersweet. It was like, yo, y'all gotta go, man. Y'all fucking things up too much here on Earth, man. Y'all gotta go.
You right, because he bought the pain. Like bought the pain. Like
for real.
Like, man,
like he wanted to too. Like he said, he was kind of out for blood on this one. He wasn't just doing it just because of, because that's just his thing. Like he said, he made it personal.
And that's, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What I like too is that how when he attacked the Avengers compound, the Hulk was holding up the building, like in Secret Wars, the original Secret Wars. Like, I thought that was dope. Now I gotta ask you, are we good with the time travel thing, or
yeah.
You good? Like, is there any issues you had with it? Because the one issue I had with it, but then again, this explains my point. This will explain my point. When Nebula shot herself, she should have disappeared.
There's that part.
But hear me out. Mm-hmm. Because they used the Infinity Gauntlet to send everybody back,
she would have just caught up with herself anyway.
Exactly. Like,
yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why she didn't die when that happened, because she would have got sent back to 2014.
Okay.
So that's how they fixed that. Because I know a lot of people had a problem with that. I said, well, actually, you know, and they changed the rules. I'm not gonna lie, they changed the rules because the rules are if I go back in time and I change one thing, right, then it'll be a rippling effect that will change certain things, a lot of things.
Right, the butterfly effect. Yeah,
but yeah, so when they went back and he ran into Captain America ran into Captain America,
right.
That should have made a ripple effect. But then what the ancient one was saying was, if you just go back to when those items were stolen and put them right immediately, it'll keep everything good.
Right, which is why they had to send Cap back at the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's another question I have I've been debating all week. The Soul Stone situation.
Again,
like they were saying that they should have known that they had to sacrifice someone.
Yeah, I will say that. It should have been no surprise. Nah, man. I think
I'm gonna say no because remember in Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Nebula didn't know where the Soul Stone was. It was Gamora.
Mm-hmm.
It was Gamora.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So the only two people that knew were Thanos and Gamora.
Yeah. So Gamora didn't know she had to sacrifice it until they pulled up to the to Vormir.
Right.
Red Skull they didn't know that they had to do that.
You're right.
So they got there. He's like, yo, you got to sacrifice the thing you love most in the universe. You know what I mean? So nobody could have been like, oh, by the way, when you go to Vormir to get the Soul Stone, this was going to happen.
Okay, no, you're absolutely right. We knew as movie watchers for sure.
Yeah, we knew, yep.
Okay, no, damn, you're right. That is a good point. Okay.
So, yep. So, because I got into a big debate all week about that. I was like, wait a second. Nah.
Yeah. Still heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. And then he should be able to return the Soul Stone. Cap should be able to return the Soul Stone without any repercussions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, here you go. You know what I'm saying? So, that'll be interesting when he pulled up and saw
Red Skull.
Red Skull. You know what I didn't know? Homeboy didn't play Red Skull.
Oh, same dude?
Yeah, they had somebody else play him. I was tripping. I was like, yo, I thought it was, somebody pointed it out and I looked it up and I was like, oh, I thought it was Homeboy from, from the original movie.
From the first one?
Yeah. They had somebody else playing him. Yep.
Damn.
So, yeah. So, now the question, so you good on the time travel?
You good on the time travel. I wasn't until you raised those few questions. Now like I said, I'm gonna be watching it a whole different way tomorrow.
Yeah, I just can't remember who said it. I can't remember who said, yo, we gotta send them back.
Yeah, trust me.
They didn't say destroy them, they said we gotta send them back.
The moment I hear it, I'll probably text you.
Now here's my thing. My only issue was with quantum physics, because the reason why I didn't think they was gonna use it that much was because they don't really explain how it worked in Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, and another issue I had with it was when the Wasp when Janet Van Dyne was in the quantum world, the quantum universe, she aged, right? So I don't understand how Ant-Man, Scott Lang, was like, oh, we can use it to jump through time. You know? I was like, well, how you figured that out? And you would think somebody like Tony Stark could be like, actually, that shit's not gonna work, So, but he figured it out. But I'm gonna leave that one alone because I don't know how Scott was able to figure out that he can actually travel through time using the quantum world.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you gotta realize in the movie they gotta get to it. You know what I mean? I guarantee, like, if this was a novel or actually, just written out as a comic book, we'd probably get those intricate details.
Mm-hmm.
But in a movie space, we're not going to get all that. It's just too much. We kind of got to get to the next thing.
I feel you, but I felt like if they were going to do it, Ant-Man would have in those movies they would have explained it a lot better.
Right. True indeed. Yeah, because when he came back, he was just like, yo, it was 5 years, but he was like, yo, it felt like I've only been gone 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So
what do you think about the Hulk?
I thought it was kind of cool how they Banner and the Hulk were able to maintain.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was really dope. I thought that was a good way to maintain the Hulk and then also Bruce Banner and keep them in the storyline.
Yeah, like how when they went back to the first Avengers movie and he saw himself, he's like, oh, he was kind of like just shaking his head, like, oh, that was me, like, oh man. And then they were like, yeah, like while you're here, just tear some shit up. He's like, he's like, lazily just flipping the car over and like
that's your thing. He's like, yeah. Take the steps. He was like, oh,
No, I thought they did a good job, man. It created a good, a nice little arc to the story in regards to like how the characters interacted. I really enjoyed it.
I think they needed to do it because over the years when you read the comic, Bruce and the Hulk dealt with things differently. You had the storyline where they split them up.
Right.
In the 90s they had the Professor Hulk. You had the Gray Hulk. You had Mr. Fix-It. You had all these, and I thought that was a real cool way to deal with those different personalities. So I thought that was dope. And I also knew that Bruce Strength wasn't going to beat Thanos either, because everybody wanted that big Thanos and Hulk showdown. And I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to be that showdown. I knew that it was going to be a situation where the Avengers had to kind of like think their way through it.
Right.
Because one-on-one, they just weren't going to defeat Thanos with Bruce Strength. It wasn't going to happen.
Nah, not gonna happen. I feel you. I like to add on to the Hulk when they arrived to New Asgard to get the Hulk, get Thor, and he runs into the Valkyrie. She's like, "Yeah, I think I liked you better before."
When you was angry, I liked you better when you was angry. I was like, yeah,
for sure. I thought that was. For some reason, I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean?
No, I did a lot of laughing. I did a lot of laughing. Like, especially when they went to New Asgard. That was hilariously funny. Like, that was real funny. They were playing Fortnite. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Mad random, and this is kind of awkward coming from me because I'm not really one to trip on stuff like this because I speak the way that I speak, and I know you speak the way that you do. Granted, when we're around children, of course, we tone it down a bit. But is it just me, or was there like a lot of cussing in this movie?
Yes, there was. There was a lot. There was a lot of cussing. No, I agree. There was, for a Disney movie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, whoa, like a lot of son of a bitch shit, and then I'm just like, whoa, take it easy, Disney. But I mean, I'm an adult, so I don't really care. But I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, it's a lot of kids in here.
Yeah, there was a lot of cussing, And I'm gonna say that I don't know, maybe because we're parents, our ears are a little bit more sensitive.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't overt, but it was there. You were like, whoa, did he just say shit? Like, like I was like, wow, they're actually cussing. Like, but my ears are sensitive like that. And I'm like, yeah, they're actually cussing. So, but yeah, I saw that. I didn't see that coming. That's something I didn't see coming.
Right. Yeah, I think, like you said, I think it's just the parent in me. But then, like, the adult in me, the kid in me, like, yeah, I realize, I'm an 80s baby. Like, we spent half of the decade without PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no fine line between PG and R. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get
they
it.
even show blood. They even showed, when Ronan was out there killing Yakuza,
Yeah, he was getting busy.
Yeah, so like they really, but I mean, I guess it's because 5 years into the quote unquote decimation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess people got a little bit more grittier. A lot of people didn't have a lot of hope.
Yeah.
So yep.
Yeah, man, I had to bring that up though. I was just like, is it just me? Like I said, I don't want to sound like a prude. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you because I guess because I didn't expect it either. Like I wasn't like expecting it. So, but anything else you want to bring up that you think is important to the story or
No, I thought they did a good thing of wrapping things up, man. I really do. It's been a while since I've been to the movie theater and left just very satisfied.
Yeah, I was very, very satisfied.
And it's like, I didn't walk out of there like, oh man, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Or what happened with this? I didn't really have too many questions, man. They answered them all. And, they closed out this phase very well. I'm looking forward to whatever it is that Marvel, the MCU is going to do next.
I agree. I agree 100%. I was very, very satisfied. I didn't leave with it. There was some things I might have questioned, but I think any movie would have done it. But like people had an issue with the Captain America thing, and I was like, actually, in Winter Soldier, she did say that she was married and had kids.
Mm-hmm.
They just never showed them. So he could have easily existed. He could have easily coexisted with the Captain America we know, but then again, they fucked up. I just realized that.
You gotta go back and watch that.
Because at the end, who was it that says it? Is it Sam Wilson who says, "I just can't imagine a world without Captain America"? I don't know. I don't know. But he could have easily have gone back and lived while the other Captain America popped up, in the end credits of, I don't remember what movie it was, and then he shows up in Avengers 1. I think that could be very possibly true, as long as he didn't encounter him and no one knew he was still alive.
Right. Yeah. It's possible. It's possible.
So it's very possible.
Yeah. No, trust me. When they sent him back at the end, I knew he wasn't coming back. Like
same here.
Like straight up, was like, Cap ain't coming back. He gonna live his best life. He gonna live them 40 years.
Because Bucky said it. Bucky said it. Bucky said you're going away to do all kinds of stupid stuff. And I was like, oh, he's not coming back.
Right.
He's not coming back. So
fitting end though. A fitting end.
It is very fitting end. I thought that was really he got what he wanted. He got what he wanted. So I thought that was dope. So, and anything could happen from that point. They had 3 kids. Anything could have happened. So.
True. Shit, man. Nothing else. I got nothing else to say, bro. Like I said, just an excellent piece of cinema. Not necessarily just in the comic book film sense. Just like in just movies. Period, man. Just
I agree.
Movies, period. Like it's up there on my list now, man. Like I got like a top, my top list of like some of my favorite films.
Yeah.
This is up there now.
I agree. It has to be up there.
It literally just bogarted its way on my list, man. Like it's up there with like with Empire, and it's funny. I just shit on Terminator, but the second Terminator movie is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It's up there. It's up there on that list with me. Like seriously, Endgame is up there. It should be on everybody's list.
And I like how they refer to all the time travel movies, like the big ones. They refer to all the time travel. I thought that was really dope. And it's funny because I like when I talked about it, I didn't make a reference to Back to the Future because I didn't want to like spoil it. So I was like, if I say Back to the Future, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, you can actually, if you know what that franchise is about, it was spoil it for you. So
right.
I agree, it's great cinema. This is never gonna happen again.
Nope.
This is never, all the time, the money, the gamble. It was a big fucking gamble. It was a big gamble, and it paid off, and it paid off in a major way. In a major, it changed comic books. It changed comic book conventions. It changed fandom. Period. But this will never, ever, ever happen again. No one will be able to replicate this, no matter how much money you got. It was a huge gamble. I remember when they picked Robert Downey to play Iron Man. I was like, he's just got out of rehab. No disrespect.
Right.
But I was like, they're gonna gamble on this guy because he was the guy showing up high at sets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Lindsay Lohan of our time. And I was just like, he was a wild, and I was like, yo, that's a gamble, and it paid the fuck off.
True indeed.
It paid off. So kudos to Kevin Feige, however you say his name, for all that. So it was just definitely a dope piece of cinema.
It just goes to show what happens when you have a plan. You know what I mean? Like they had the blueprint with all with all the books. You know what I'm saying? That you have great source material. You know what I mean? Like I said, you have great actors because these were A-list actors. I think I mentioned this in the last time we talked about this as well. Like these weren't like B-list actors. You know what I mean? Like
no, you're right. You did. You're right. Some of these guys are nominated for Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Some of these guys been in some great, critically acclaimed films. Exactly. Like you're right. They bought some. Robert fucking Redford came back. You remember? He said he retired.
Yeah,
he said he retired. Yeah, he retired. He said I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing no more films. And boom, he shows up. You're like, oh shit. So shout out to the CGI because they made Howard Stark look young. They made Michael Douglas look young. Like they just across the board. Like they was just, So that was dope. I definitely fit everything together. It also explained a lot of things from the other movies too for me. It really did.
Yeah. Trust me. Somehow, some way, this summer, Naomi and I will be sitting down and watching everything in order.
Wow.
like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it. We're gonna watch everything in order, not necessarily in the order that they were released, but like in regards to like the timeline of the story. We're gonna do it.
And I want to emphasize that. I emphasized that in the previous episode. You don't have to, but I really recommend if you haven't watched all the MCU movies, to watch them. I
Yeah.
really recommend. Like my wife only saw about half of them, if that, maybe a third, and she was good. She asked some questions at the end, but I really like, if you're a true fan and you haven't seen all of them, I really suggest seeing the ones you have not seen, especially Thor: The Dark World, because a lot of people skipped that one. A lot of people didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of people didn't see Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I was like, you gotta watch all of those, so it'll all fit seamlessly.
Yeah, I got to rewatch Dark World, man. I remember when that came out, man. I took Naomi, man. She was out like a light, man. But she just wasn't having it. Like, she just was not interested. You know what I mean? And I'll admit, it moves kind of slow to me in a way.
What? But
but
these comic book hero movies, that's usually my gauge. If kids are sleeping through it, then that's like, it's not all that great.
Yeah. But she's older now, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna be watching it with a different eye now. So we'll see.
Cool.
I might have a totally different. I'm sure we might have to do a podcast about that. Like, hey, we just rewatched them all.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm down for revisiting that. I know a lot of people did it before Avengers Endgame came out, but I think it'll be a good idea because the first three phases are over, and how everything panned out, what worked, what didn't work. I like how they plugged a lot of things as Guardians of the Galaxy, all that stuff. I was like, oh wow. So,
one thing I had to bring up, is it just me or is that movie sponsored by Audi, the car? like the sponsors were in abundance in this zone.
I mean, I don't know, but see, this is what I don't know. Like, for example, Fortnite, like Disney runs that, right?
I'm not sure.
Because I think they do. Because I'm like, man, does Fortnite, can they afford to put a spot on there? Like, right? Because everybody had to pay a pretty penny for those spots.
Right. I mean, if anybody could do it, I'd like to believe it's Disney. So
yeah. So so I'm thinking maybe Disney, and they said let's plug that in there. But if they didn't, Fortnite must have played a grip just to be mentioned like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the next phase.
Oh, definitely.
And seeing what I've seen, like a few, you see those little pictures, and it has like the little logo for upcoming movies. I'm not sure if it's like fans out there doing it. I'm not sure what's real, what's legit. But I've seen a few images out there, and I'm actually excited. I'm excited for this new Spider-Man movie.
Well, this is what we do know. What we do know is that there's going to be a Spider-Man Far Away From Home. And then there's not going to be another movie until May 2020, but they haven't announced what that movie is going to be.
It's going to be. I heard it was Black Widow.
No, they haven't announced it. It might be, but they haven't made any announcements. So okay. I'm assuming the end credits for Spider-Man Far From Home will tell us. So that's what I'm thinking, but. So everything's, Kevin Feige said there's going to be a Black Widow movie. He did say there's going to be an Eternals movie. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he mentioned a couple of things, but he didn't give any dates. So right now, anything is speculation. But May 2020, they haven't said what movie was coming out. It's all speculation.
Well, I'm just waiting for MCU to get, start making good X-Men movies, because I'm getting tired of not watching these shitty X-Men movies. I know they're bad. I'm sorry.
No, they're bad. I've been saying it for a while. They're bad. That franchise is bad. I can tell you a million things about why that franchise is bad.
I wish people would stop going to see them like I did. Like, I was like, yo, they keep making them because y'all keep giving them money. So you realize Hollywood's job is not to make movies, just to sell you movies. So as long as you keep buying them, they're gonna keep making them. No matter how terrible you think that they are. Like, I saw the trailer for the Dark Phoenix before this. I'm pretty sure you did as well.
Yes.
I'm just like, this is like, it starts off okay. I'm like, okay, space. They're in space. That's good. That's a good start. Good. Yep. That's a good start. And then just the rest of the trailer, I'm just like, oh shit, this is never mind. I'm checked out. I'm gone. I don't even disagree with the idea of the actress that plays Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones playing Jean Grey. I don't even disagree with it. I like that idea. You know what I mean? Just the movies just look shit. I'm just like, oh my god. Anyway, I don't want to talk. I don't want to end on a bad note. I'm sorry. I realize I want to get started.
I hate. No, but I agree with you, and I'm looking forward to how they bring the whole mutant thing into it.
Yes, that excites me. Them, Fantastic Four. Let's bring them all in. Let's do it.
No, I agree. Bring them on in. Bring in Galactus, like
Silver Surfer, yes, Galactic
just Silver
3.
Surfer. Like they'll be able to do it right this time. Like I'm really looking forward to all of that. Like maybe a fight between the Thing and the Hulk. Like, you
Bruh.
know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, if you could give everybody your social media stuff so they can be able to contact you, and I will be putting it in the show notes along with the old episode.
Okay, for sure. Yo, this is Zemo Divine Power. You can catch me on Instagram. I got me a Twitter now. Both handles are Zemo757. That's ZMO757. I got a Snapchat as well. Still don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's ZMO_757. And of course, you can catch me on iTunes. Got a Bandcamp, Zemo Divine Power. The single Winter is Coming is out. I got a new EP on the way. It's all Game of Thrones based for those that love the show, that read the books. A Song of Ice and Fire. It's called The Prince That Was Promised. Seven bangers. I got Naomi on a joint too. She doing her thing. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. I should be dropping that within the next few weeks.
Cool,
So yeah,
cool.
be on the lookout, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna put that link. I'm gonna put that one link that you sent me on the show notes and everything, so everybody knows. So thanks a lot for this, man. For being able to do it. I really appreciate you. This is not the last time we're gonna do this.
Yeah,
There'll be
sure.
more spoiler filled reviews to come, man. But shout out to you and the baby girl, man. I have fun tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Peace.
Peace.
There you have it, party people. Episode 66. Shout out to the homie Zemo. Appreciate y'all for listening. If you want to hit me up on the Twitters, you can do me at DanTresOmi, DanTresOmi, or at the official When My Killer Tape at Twitter account at Omi's Podcast, OMIS Podcast. Definitely check out the show notes for all the information to contact Zemo and myself. Definitely, I appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. Yo, may the 4th be with you. Word.